I remember how intrigued I was when I first saw Thief on E3, a first-person stealth game that encourages exploration and actually makes you feel sneaky. At the time, I was unaware of the previous games because this is the fourth entry in the series, and the game before it came out 10 years prior, so I have no experience with the others. I heard that they're all really good, which is a relief because this new Thief game would have given me a very bad first impression. You are a thief named Garrett, who is a gravelly-voiced, wisecracking guy with a dark history, and I can't tell you much about the story, because after my first playthrough, I totally forgot about it after realizing how little I cared. Garrett himself is also pretty bland and uninteresting, because he's the kind of character that we've seen many times before, but I heard he wasn't always like that. He used to be an engaging character, who still had a dark past but could easily play it off with a dry sense of humor. The environment is pretty much the same, a city covered in shadows being controlled by corrupt guards, and I never found the city to be that difficult to navigate. Everything is perfectly set up without the satisfaction that I'm traversing a large place and exploring the unknown, mostly because the overworld is very small and straightforward. Garrett can sneak past guards and knock them out from behind, which is the best way to go because if guards spot you, then the only weapon you have is some kind of small blunt climbing tool. How combat works is that you hit a guard and then dodge their attack by moving to the side or strangely in front of them with a move that looks like you're trying to cop a feel. After you hit them a few times, they drop to one knee and then you hold down the attack button to finish them off, and this can be annoying if you're under pressure. Sometimes, running away can work out better because of how broken the AI is. One time, I was able to escape several guards because they all gave up after they got stuck trying to get through a narrow doorway. As the title suggests, you have to steal things to earn money to buy weapons and helpful tools. I have to admit that it's pretty fun to go around and steal everything in sight. It just gives a satisfying sense of kleptomania. Something else I noticed is that there's also a strange inconsistency with the sound quality. Some dialogue will be strangely loud, while at other times it will be too soft and gravelly to hear, but negativities aside, what do I like? Well, the strategy is okay. I like how you have a variety of arrows to use, such as water arrows which put out fires and give you a dark area to sneak through, because when you stick to the shadows, you're almost invisible. That's actually kinda cool. There are also rope arrows that you can fire onto some overhangs to climb up, which adds a little to the environment. Of course, there are also deadly arrows that kill enemies if you decide to play that way. I did feel challenged when I had to take out guards one by one, but it would have been fun if the AI wasn't so brain-dead. They all just walk around aimlessly or just stand in one random spot, so it's easy to outsmart them. The puzzles are also poorly designed. At one point you have to break into a giant safe, and you have a 6-digit combination and 6 locks, but only the first 3 are available. One would assume to either get the numbers on the locks to spell out the combination, or to get the numbers on the locks to equal the first combination number. Both of those didn't work until I found that you're only supposed to put every other number from the combination on the locks. There's challenge, but not when you're forcing the player to think in a counterintuitive way. So with a bland main character, uninteresting visuals, a painfully boring story, and simple gameplay mechanics, I really don't feel the need to play it again. The gameplay just feels like a really watered-down version of Dishonored, where it has short bursts of excitement and a strong focus on stealth, but unfortunately, Thief just doesn't interest me that much. It's not bad enough to hate, but sadly not good enough to recommend either.